Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, job seekers? My name is Sam, and I'm the head of recruiters at Creative CV, and I'm also the managing director at Talent Crafters Solutions. So today, in the group, or in all our groups, right, we have asked you to say, people, which video do you want today? From salary negotiation, interview preparation, job hunt techniques, which ones that you want us to tackle today? And the most question that got most of people is interview coaching. So I want you to watch this video until the end. Please forgive me as I have got flu and I'm trying to be strong for you guys. But please, if you see something comes out, ignore it, as we need to focus, right? Thank you. So interview preparation or interviews, they are there for you for two reasons. And I want to leave you with a question mark to say, so why? Then you ask. We're just going to browse the first round, then we'll go to the second round and then the third round of how interviews go, right? Now, it's either in an interview, you are called as a qualified candidate, or you are called in an interview as a bait. Those are two things that I have seen in my experience of 9 years. And thank you to those who are sending me 9 years experience, anniversary in Creative CV. Thank you so much. So these are two things that I have seen but we have never used that. But I've seen that most of people, they don't really qualify for the positions, but they just get called as a bait, right? But you don't really qualify for that. All right. So let's say you got called for an interview and you don't qualify, but why are you in the interview? You can actually get a job and the person who qualifies doesn't get it, because interview is about you selling yourself. So there are three parts that we're going to talk. The first part is common interview questions with examples, answers, right? Then the second one is questions you should ask the candidates or the interviewers. Then definitely the answers that you should respond to, right? Now, number one, they'll ask you, tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself. It's just things that should be on your CV, where you are professionalizing, telling the recruiters who you are in a professional way. Don't come to an interview trying to make us feel pity for you or, mercy for you, where you start crying and start telling us about who is abusing you and why you really need this job and whatsoever. That doesn't work in an interview. An interview is there to sell. So you need to sell yourself in a professional way. Like, look, you tell us about your qualification, your experience, your key skills, your education, and your attributes. This is what is called tell us about yourself, right? Then we come to the second one, which is why do you want to work here? The reason, we know very well that why do you want to work in this video? I'm trying to speed up just because we need to keep it short, right? The reason why you need to tell us, like, okay, why you want to work here? We know you want to work here just because there's better salary from where you're coming from. Or most of you are not even working, so you really want this job, But you got to tell us, like, no, I'm not working, so I need this job. Or no, No. So how do you respond to the question, why do you want to work here? So you need to praise the company without talking anything bad about the previous company or the company that you are at the moment, or the boss or whosoever in the company that you are or you were. Praise the company that is interviewing you. Like, look, looking at your company and my experience, I'm looking to grow bigger and I need more of challenging work. You get the point. So I'm hoping that in your company, I'm going to get this easy and faster. Then, it's something that they'll be like, oh, this one. So it simply means, where you're coming from, there's, you are now doing daily work, like what you know every day, but you need more challenging. So you are ready to grow. That's how it is. Number three, what are your strengths and weakness? So easy. This is an advantage and disadvantage. Remember, working, you don't work individually. You work as a team to achieve one goal. So what is the advantage that you are bringing to work with others? And what are the disadvantages that you're bringing when others are not part of your team? Simple and straightforward. Right. Describe the challenging situation. When we're talking about describing the challenging situation, You need to tell us, number one, what was the challenge? How did you solve it? What was the result? That's how you tell us this. It's not a problem if you have never come in with along these situations or any situations. It's not a problem at all. You can just tell us to say, well, I've never come across that situation, but I'm sure if I am to come up into that situation, I will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you tell us, right? Just, yeah, because we really need to know if you are in a situation, how are you going to handle the situation? That's how things works. Then where do you see yourself in next 5 years? Why do they ask 5 years in an interview? Asking 5 years in an interview, it's just a room that you are being given to say, look, most of the courses or most of the, qualifications, they are obtained in 4 years or 5 years. So definitely if you are someone who really wants to learn something, like it happens with me, and I always tell people that I was a garden boy and I really wanted to work and get more money. So I started studying. I've done also bookkeeping myself. I've got a book that is here where I was studying bookkeeping, hoping to say, if I graduate in bookkeeping, the company will take me as a bookkeeper. Then I see now it was not my route, and then I started studying IT, and yet the company took me in as an IT, but still the salary was still the same. So the reason why they ask you this, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? They want to know if you can study and grow with the company, or you're someone who's just here for money and go. Yeah, Why should we hire you? Why should we hire you, and why do you want to work here? Same question, different contexts. Don't get confused there. Right? Now, as we finish this, now the second section is question to ask the candidate. What does, now you need to ask the recruiters these questions like, what does the success look like in this role that you are going in after 6 to 12 months? Like you need to know how do they regard a success? Because how you regard a success, or for an example, silly advice or silly example. The lady that I see or someone that I see beautiful is not the same person that you see beautiful. The car that you love and the car that I love, they're different, right? So you need to ask them like, look, in your company, what do you regard as a success? Then they will tell you. How does the team measure performance and success in your company? You need to understand how do they measure the success of a member in their company. If you are good or bad, how do they measure that? What are the biggest challenges the team or the department are facing right now, the department that you are going into? What are their challenges that they are facing? So that are you starting with gear number 1, or you need to automatic that has take off, and the automatic should be a sport? You get the point? Do you need Uno or you need Ferrari to start this? It's up to you. Right. Can you tell me more about the team I would be working with? You need to know if there's someone who is like me, who is talkative, or if there's, you need to know the team that you're going to work with, so that this issue of, getting to know each other and taking time off work into chat business, it will not come into play. Yeah. How would you describe the company culture? You need to know that. How do they describe their company culture? So that you see if you fit in or not. We know there's a lot of things that happen in the company culture. For an example, I can't really say example of this one because it's so, but how company cultures goes, and you need to understand how they, in their company. So, yeah. Then, what are the next steps in the interview process? This is now for you to know if you know, and you must ask this one with confidence as someone who is already getting the job. That's how these things work, my guys, right? And now you are done, then questions to ask the interviewers, the behavioral questions, we have covered all these things. That's how you go with interview preparation. If you have got any questions, right, please comment or send a DM so that we can go. This is part 1. We are going to part 2 and part 3 and part 4. So make sure that you follow our TikTok, which is Creative CV. Follow us on all our social platforms so that you understand and know better. Thank you so much and have a good one. I'm so sorry the video had to be long, but I wanted you guys to understand. Thank you.